vote. And every time we ignore him, he goes out there to purport to represent members who are elected. We have 28 members of parliament, we have 5 senators, we have very many MCAs, and we have all had meetings and decided that we want to really build this party. We may have lost, but we are number 3 largest party in this Republic of Kenya. And so we would not really want ours, if we were us, would have loved peace, we just sit. And if every other member, NEC member, the elected members, the MCs don't want you, why do you want to keep insisting on a position that you go represent yourself? And that's why we said Kioni has become a one-man guitarist who sings the song, plays the guitar, and dances to his own songs without consultation, without even putting the consideration whether their audience or people are enjoying his music or not. So we just want to call upon Kioni to stop interfering with the party, and in case of anything, there are elected members that he can sit with. Every time you see him, he's either calling for a meeting alone or with some goons or with actually one NEC member. So the rest of the NEC members, and you've seen some of them are here, some of them had apologies, some of them came and left. And so we just want to say we love our party and we want to continue, and especially keen with the many projects that we started as a former ruling party, to see them to come into completion and to see Kenyans benefit. Number 2, I think as I finish, I want just to comment and say, the church spoke yesterday. What we want to say as Jubilee, we heard you. And I would also want to really plead with the people in the government. What the church said, if there are things that are true, we need to work on them. If there are things that are not true, we need to explain or express ourselves so that then we can have an understanding. Sometimes there's a lot of propaganda going around, and I want to plead with our people, and not just the church, also Kenyans. Don't just consume every information that you find on social media, because some of this information is misleading, and you will take it and you will now judge depending on what you're having. Let us consult each other. I want to say Kenya belongs to all of us. If Kenya would burn today, not the church, neither the leadership is going to be safe. So we want the best for all of us. And I want to remind the church also about the story in the Bible about the good shepherd. Among the 99 sheep, if one got lost, that good shepherd went to look for that one that was lost. And when they discovered or recovered the sheep, they called for a celebration. So let us not become very emotional. Let us preach peace, and where these people have done wrong, let us correct with a lot of love. Because where we are now, there's a lot of information out there, and sometimes you don't know what is true and what is not true. And even us who are in the government, there was us who are in leadership, and especially us who are in parliament, we are listening. And if sometimes we go wrong, we want to say, yes, we are ready to be collected. But I want just to say, all of us belong to this country. The Jubilee Party, you see our signs, we have a very big love here, and you can see it. We love peace, and that is what we preach, and we would like harmony, whether it's with the church, with the leadership, even with our people and our citizens. And I know kuna Makasiriko kidogo. If you all of us call ourselves and ask ourselves, what is the best I can offer my country? Instead of just asking, what is the country recommending for me? And what is your small contribution that you contribute for this country becoming better? Kenya is going to be a great nation. We thank you for coming. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Okay, kwa majina ni Kennedy Mkiana kutoka Radio Citizen. Katika hilo swala la Kioni kwenda kando na wanachama wengine, nyinyi kama chama cha Jubilee mko na mfumo gani ya kutatua mizozo kama hii ambayo Kioni angefaa kufuata kuliko kwenda kando?
Tuna organ kwa chama inaitwa IDRC, which is Internal Resolution Committee. Kwa hivyo kama kuna shida yoyote, kama ni kwa Kioni ama mwanachama mwingine, tunafaa tuje tukae kwa chama. Wakati ambapo tuliongelesha Kioni, wakati tulichaguliwa tu, kama ninaweza kumbuka, miaka 2 iliyopita, yeye Kioni mwenyewe alikaa kando, akaanza kutuandikia barua. Wakati tulimkosoa, tunamwambia hii maneno haiendi hivi, anakuja kwenye mkutano wa bunge, yeye si mbunge, alafu anaongea mambo yake na haja tu consult sisi. Kioni alianza kufukuza wengine wetu kwa chama. Tukakuwa na mkutano wa NEC, ambapo NEC walikaa na wakamtoa Kioni kama secretary general. Akakimbia kotini. Kwenda kwa political party, tulienda pale na political party tribunal ikahakikisha kwamba Kioni ametolewa kwenye chama. Yeye hakuridhika, akakimbia tena kwa High Court. Na ndio tumekaa mwaka mmoja pale tuko na conservative orders, ambapo tukaambiwa sasa chama irudi kwa wale ambao walikuwa NEC members kutoka pale mwaka wa 2022, na wengi wao ndio hawa ambao wako hapa. Lakini hata kama koti ilisema hivyo, sisi tumefanya apili na tunangojea koti ili tujielezee vizuri. Lakini Kioni mwenyewe ameendelea sasa kuitana mikutano. Yeye mwenyewe amechukua nafasi ya kuwatoa NEC members. Anawaandikia barua na anawatoa kwa NEC. Yeye ni mtu mmoja tu peke yake. Kweli hata wale ambao walichagua hawa NEC members kwani hapo wanajielewa? Sisi tunasema kwamba Kioni, enda polepole. Wacha kusumbua chama. Chama iko imara, kuna wabunge, kuna ma-MCAs na pia kuna maseneta. Akija tuongee na tuzungumze pamoja. Hakuna mtu amemkataza kuzungumza, lakini hawezi kuwa yeye anaitana mikutano yake ya kando pale ambapo uamuzi ni wake. Yeye ndio amekuwa judge, yeye ndio prosecutor na yeye pia ndio ako na mashtaka. You cannot be the person who is prosecuting, you are the accuser and also you are the judge. It cannot happen.
Chris, for Movie TV. I've got a question concerning the statement that was read by Catholic Bishop yesterday. Immediately after they read the statement, we saw some of the leaders in the ruling coalition, that is Kenya Kwanza, to be precise, Oscar Sudi and Cheriot. They went bare knuckle on some of the Catholic bishop. To be precise, the Bishop Diocese of Nyeri, Anthony Muheria, and some perceive it to be trying to engage the discussion with tribal enclaves. What's your take on it?
I think I've already commented on that matter, but just to add and say, people react differently, and we are not all the same. But what we have said, from the statement of the bishop, if there is anything that we need to look at, the committee need to look at it. If there is something that needs further clarification, we can clarify without name calling and with humility. And if there was something that was also wrong, but maybe was said, I think we can be able also to address it with a lot of humility and to say we respect the church, we respect the bishops, they have their space, also the politicians have their space. But let us work with a lot of cohesiveness. If we separate, we stop fighting too much and work with a lot of cohesiveness, I think this country is going to be in a better position. And what I also want to say, yes, as I've said about the Good Shepherd, sometimes even the bishops, because they're also Kenyans, they are consuming a lot of information within the media or the social media. Some might be correct information and some of it might be wrong. So it is important that we have a good communication and just people to communicate with humility. And where people are wrong, just to be told they are wrong. Where maybe they are making some sense, it is important also that we also do a self-reflection and see a few things. For instance, we have raised the issue about the healthcare, and I was a former chair of the health. We have said it's a very good program. It has its own challenges and even problems. And that is why we call upon the officers, from the PS, from the CS all the way to the officers who are implementing this process of the SHAB, which is the authority, and the bits of the chief and the emergency and the primary health care, so that they communicate to Kenyans with the clarity. They just need to have a proper communication saying this is how to register, this is the benefit, so that it's clear. And so bishops have a right to ask if things are going on, because I know they also have a lot of faith-based hospitals and they're also affected. But we need to explain to each other. I think there was a lot of tension there, even not only with the bishop and not even only with us as leaders, because we have also been pushed. There have been a lot of pressure everywhere. Watu wako na Makasiriko. So all you can say is, si tunaenda Christmas. Watu waende Mosmos, na hasira zishuke. Watu wapendane in Christmas. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. My name is Gatete Njoroge from Citizen. I have one clarification. Which are these two cases that you appealed? I know there's one declared Kioni and his group as bona fide officials. There's also the other one that they're going to challenge their removal from the party. Maybe you can make a clarification. And also, you have also mentioned that a lot of information is out there. Maybe the bishop touched on some of the issues are true, they are not doing well, and there are others that they are propaganda. But I would say from where you sit as a Jubilee acting party leader and also a leader in this country, which are these areas that you feel you're also concerned things are not going right apart from SHA?
I think I've chosen to address that matter of health because that is what is affecting everybody, and especially on the patients who have chronic illness. And I want to just go to dialysis and cancer. Some of those things cannot wait because some have to get injections every week. Others have to be done chemo. So there's a lot of misinformation, and actually not maybe even for the government, even within the institution themselves, on how they communicate with their clientele. So some of them are saying we don't have this information, so you have to pay cash. And you know it's a lot of money. And some of these people have depleted their money, so they don't have the resources. So that's why we say we just need the implementers, the ones who are rolling out, to come out clearly. And also have a way that they can be able, institutions to communicate with each other. They can sort out the patient and wait to sort out within themselves. Because if it's a faith-based or if it's a government hospital or even a private hospital, they have always had a relationship with the former NHIF. And this SHA, it is now an existing authority. You can sort out an emergency first. It's even just being human. Sort out an emergency and then you can sort it out because whether you're paid today or tomorrow, you're still going to be paid, provided you have proper records. So the two cases that are there, it's not that Kioni team. I want to repeat again what the court ruled about the NEC of 2022. These are the members. I'm not the member of that NEC, but these are the members. Kioni has only 4 out of the 23. 2 of them have already left. So when you say Kioni he was not given power, he was just told work with your team, and that is what is not working. And that's why we appeal, because initially the main problem was how Kioni managed the affairs of the party from the word go. So that is the position. Yeah.
So in other words, are you extending a branch of Olive to Kioni?
Well, we have never closed the door. You came in and you found us. You came in and you found us here, and we have beautiful offices, isn't it? Last time you checked, we tried to go to the office where we had in Dick. We were chased away with machetes by Kioni and thugs.